course, Sophie produces this. Hey everyone, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing great. For those of you who are new here, my name is Jacob Williams. I am a professional music producer and composer. And today we're going to be talking about a hip hop album you guys have sent me and recommended to me multiple times. Multiple of you have. From none other than Vince Staples, we got Big Fish Theory from 2017. I was not like, I wouldn't consider myself someone who knows Vince Staples very well in terms of like his music and his sort of aesthetic as a rapper, but I have heard his features, multiple of them, on Earl Sweatshirt's Doris back in, I think it was 2013. One of my favorite Flume songs of all time, Smokin' Retribution. He's a voice in hip hop that I have heard mostly on other people's work. Even I think there's a Billie Eilish song that features him as well. I've never actually sat to listen to a full Vince Staples project front to back. This will be a lot of fun, and I'm excited to dive in and sort of get an idea of what Vince sounds like on a song front to back by himself and just what his whole sort of thing is. But before we do that, I want to give some love to our patrons, which you can see right here in a nice little scrolly list. Thank you guys so much for your love and support for this channel, for giving me power to give you more content every week here on this channel. Moving on to what we're going to be covering today. So I have no idea. I don't even know what the single was off of this. If I had to guess, it'd be Big Fish at 108 million streams. Gosh, yeah, that is definitely the single from this album without a doubt. Let's dive in here. It's actually a smaller album than I imagined. It's only 12 tracks, and I think this is an interlude right here. But I still count interludes. I think interludes are awesome. Let's go ahead and plug right in and start checking this out. We're gonna go into track 1, Crabs in a Bucket. So what I'm liking so far, we're only like 14 seconds in, but the aesthetic so far is very electronic. Not in terms of like EDM, like club music, but the more Flume, like kind of left field experimental sort of electronic sound, like just that whimsical sort of synthy pad. I like the little like ba-doop, ba-doop, little pluck above everything. Let's see how this plays out over the verse here. Oh, it's like a vocal chop, actually. It's not a synth. Yeah, I believe it's a vocal chop. Who produced this? Hold on. Are you guys messing with me? Zach Sekoff and Justin Vernon. So we got some Bon Iver production on here, if that is the same Justin Vernon. Very peaceful. You're hooking me in here. You're hooking me in. If you want me to be hooked in, I'm engaged. I'm very into this right now because I don't know what to expect. I'm hanging in suspense.
Crabs in a bucket.
Ooh.
Crabs in the bucket. Wanna see you with the bottom, know you love it. When they hating, so you hit them with the encore. Sending shots, but you at the top floor. Let them pop.
I think this is the fastest on this channel I have liked a song. This is so like two-step garage, but he's rapping over it. Like, I kind of like how unconventional that is.
Jump to go pop with me, white women at the shows unconscious. If not that, the top of certain daughters. Get with that or get in the mosh pit. Where's your moxie and truth from Poppy? Young man, you not acting too cocky. Probably cause I'm feeling like the world gon' crash. Brother Hunter son on the E-class dash. I'm feeling funny, guarantee gon' flash. Cock back blast, put him in the bag. Probably gon' regret it in the retrospect. Got a lot of problems, I ain't let go yet.
Now, okay, I'm liking his energy on this. I really like the sort of angle he's coming at in terms of his just energy on this song. And I think the very rhythmic, very fast flow sounds really good with the stuttery garage-inspired beat. I'm liking how low everything was for the verse. And if you notice, we're hearing similar samples from the intro of this song, but they're faster. They're like chopping a little harder, and they're a little more like straight to the like eighth note, right? They're more on the grid than spontaneous like they were in the song's introduction. Ooh. hear that bass?
Spend a lot of money on the CDG, and I looking lovely on the TV screen. Battle with the white man day by day. Feds taking pictures, doing play by play. They don't never want to see the black man eat. Nails in the black man hands and feet. Put him on the cross, so we put him on the chain. Lines to be saying he don't look like me.
I did not expect something like this to open up an album like this. This is bordering drum and bass, like just a little bit. It's bordering a little bit of jungle drum and bass influence. Not quite. I understand that it's not the same tempo. It's definitely slower, so it definitely leans a bit more. Probably breakbeat would be a more appropriate term for what has inspired this beat. But definitely not what I expected. I expected maybe boom bap. You guys got me there.
Roll cage on the GT3, had a show on stage like a DVD. Put me in the moment when it's over with. I used to look up to the sky, now I'm over shit.
Now it's more lo-fi. It's like more contained.
Got you here. Swear to come and catch you, hidden in my head. Drowning in my own ocean, I forgot to care.
Oh, I love the way that's opening.
Baby, know it's under there. Never crossed my mind thinking.
So we're not going to use this video to just keep talking about Flume. Okay, but I will mention it in this context. The vocal style of the singer that came in there, whether it's a sample or an unlisted feature, felt very dreamy. And that's a great way to categorize Flume's music, now that I'm thinking about it. It's very dreamy, very ethereal, very big, very wide, lots of stuff. I think Vince is very much inspired by that on this. Again, I haven't listened to his projects before this, so let's move forward into track 2, Big Fish. Ooh. Oh, I love the sampling here, guys. Already.
You can get anything you want. You know what I'm saying?
Nice delays on the vocals coming through here between the headphones. You guys aren't going to be able to hear it because my audio is in mono, but hearing those trickly echoes just going like this. We haven't even started on the bars yet, on the verses or the hooks or nothing, but just by the beat style alone. You guys, is this like a rap album for electronic heads?
You want that over there? You want that over there? Got you. I was up late night ballin', counting up hundreds by the thousand. I was up late night ballin', counting up hundreds by the thousand. I was up late night ballin', counting up hundreds by the thousand. I was up late night ballin', counting up hundreds by the thousand.
I feel like
I was up late night ballin', so far from my past misfortune. No sleeping, late nights, no eating, gun squeezing. I'm a real artesian, Ramona. I was round that counter, still down. I'm a north soldier. G-slide, right down Sawyer. When we slide, you won't see morning. Another story of a young black man trying to make it up out that gym. Goddamn, back, let me make my bands. Got plans. If you hating, don't shake my hand. Take it easy.
So. For those of you who are new here, we do things a little differently here. I have a hard time hearing lyrics, usually the first time I listen to songs, so I tend to dive deep into production concepts and things that are happening in the production. And listening to this, I am hearing kind of a very similar static beat happening throughout most of the bed, with the exception of these really interesting little plucks coming in here. The boom, 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 boom. I think they're doing a melodic phrase kind of like that. And they're being taken out and being brought back in to kind of further the beat along towards another part or another section, if that makes any sense.
Reminiscing sitting in that Benz at the 22 bus stop way back when with the 22 5 shot eyes on scan for the click clack clap of the boot bop.
So that 808 right there, right, the bass line, the main thing being used as the bass, was going down in volume at the end right there. And then a bass synth was rising up, and the cutoff knob, as well as the lead, like kind of high pass EQ, was expanding and expanding, and that's why you heard it get more grainy, more distorted, more gritty over time. Just that little part back there, it started to kind of pick up a little bit before what we're going to hear next.
I was up late night balling, counting up hundreds by the thousand. I was up late night balling, counting up hundreds by the thousand. I was up late night balling, counting up hundreds by the thousand. I was up late night balling, counting up hundreds by the thousand.
So interesting enough, what I think happened here is the melodic parts, right? Because this is what I do when I make beats like this, usually for that. Anything that's more like modern and doesn't really have like a lot of like, I don't even like saying the term real instruments, but it's kind of, it's mostly production based, right? So anything with heavy sampling or heavy like melodic stacks, what I'll do is I'll group all of my instruments into buses. And I feel like what happened here is we have the drums in one bus, we have the bass and the percussion in another bus, the bass in the third one, and then the fourth one it's all melodies and samples. And I think what happened was the producer had like a 8-bar loop going, right? And they would like make little melodic phrasing, so they'd make the samples that go and then when they were done with that, they made another track, made another sample that did the whole boom boom at the beginning of it. And what you end up doing once you make like probably, let's say 5 or 6 layers to whatever stack that you're building in the production software of your choosing, is you kind of make what's considered like a musical collage, right? And so oftentimes that's what tracks like this are based off of. Like sometimes a producer will be sitting there playing around with a bunch of sounds, a bunch of samples, make something super big and catchy, or kind of have a nice, interesting sort of sound like what we just heard in the beginning of the song that we're hearing now at about this point. And the entire beat will be built around that. And you can hear the playful nature of where this producer decided to put different phrasings. I also really like Vince's ability to craft a really memorable hook on this one. I could see why this song is the most replayed.
Keeping bread from the sharks, maybe you want to put the hammer to my head at the park, politicking with the kids, trying to get them on the straight path. Got the lanes mad, know they hate to see me make cash. Got the space dash in the foreign with the GPS address to your mama house. Conversations what I'm all about. Took the smart route, never been marked out. Should've been dead broke, should've been chalked out, but it didn't happen. Now it's time to get it cracking, quarterbacking like I'm 40 water, mix the holy water with the vault. Wanna be the boss, then you gotta pay costs.
I kind of like that his flow was like shorter. It was a bit like less complicated for that first part of the verse, and then he started picking up the speed towards the end, sort of latter part of this verse right here.
From the dog, I'm from Long Beach. That's a city where the skinny carry strong hit.
I was up late night balling.
And then before we get into this hook, he slowed it back down to the beginning. That way it almost kind of feels like in the middle of a chorus when the melodic elements change up a little bit. Here, it's the same thing, but in a rhythmic context.
Counting up hundreds by the thousand. I was up late night balling, counting up hundreds by the thousand. I was up late night balling, counting up hundreds by the thousand. I was up late night balling, counting up hundreds by the thousand.
All right. Oh, interesting. Okay. So we went back to that sound stack from the beginning, right? And I felt like the song was coming to an end because the automation was going down, like the gain of the track was going like this. And then it got brought up like, hey, we're not done yet. We still got more. We still got more to offer here.
I was up late night balling,
another
counting up hundreds by the thousand. I was up late night balling, counting up hundreds by the thousand. I was up late night balling, counting up hundreds by the thousand. I was up late night balling.
That was nice. Again, we went from that very playful, electronic, aired, flumy kind of atmosphere, kind of air, kind of sample play, synth play, into something that still has that, but it leans more traditional hip hop. It's got the booming 808s, it's got the pulsing beat, it's got the rhythmic flows, it's got the hook that happens a couple of times. Let's go into track 3, Alyssa Interlude. Ooh. That sounds like a rhythmic pattern being played with like a bunch of clap hit samples and like some hits on like a cardboard box maybe. I can't tell what that is.
Sometimes you have to get all the crap out the way before you hit the good stuff, and you're like, okay, I'm getting good stuff now. But I had a bit. I mean, the stuff I wrote about. What do I really write about? I've got my weed songs and my songs about my ex-boyfriend George. Songs about a relationship that was kind of doomed from the start. You know, songs about when I fell in love.
I understand that I'm supposed to be paying attention to the spoken word sample here, but can we talk about that bass line? What is that? Like, it's right underneath everything perfectly. There's no like frequencies interrupting that really lo-fi, chilled out electronic piano stack happening there with the samples and the little rhythmic little claps and ticks and stuff that we were talking about. But that bass line is moving like a jazz bass line, but it's staying diatonic. It's not sounding out there or weird, or it's not interrupting anything. It's just going boom, boom, boom.
I was so in love at the time, you know. I was like, and I was with someone that I was in love with. You know what I mean? We were in love. You know, we were together. So and that's like a real drug, isn't
Listen
it?
to
So
those synth sounds.
When it didn't come together, I was just like, you know, it really hurt. But I needed enough distance from it.
This is a prime example of why I just can't even with like lyrics or right here specifically spoken word samples. I will probably do some reading to figure out what the intention of having this spoken word sample in here is, but so far it's just with the way my brain works, you guys, it's just hard for me to like grab onto that, especially with these noises. That pulsing kick right there has this sweet high pass distortion to it where only the high frequencies are getting like bit crushed and kind of drenched with it, right? But like the low end is just, it's just hitting right. It's just bam, bam, bam.
Like raw emotion anymore, but not enough distance that I'd forget. I'm quite a self-destructive person, so I guess I keep getting this material.
Raindrops on my windowsill.
Nice, Vince.
Longing for your nature's feel. Love that song when we were kids. Now it makes me want you here. Sometimes people disappear. Think that was my biggest fear. I should have protected you.
What is happening? What is happening? I think my favorite part about this is Vince's sort of singing. He's not really rapping here. It's kind of this rhythmic like singing thing that he's doing. And what's great is I'm not hearing any tuning. I'm not hearing any auto-tune to try to make his voice sound better. It's actually very raw. The only processing I'm hearing on it is this cone filter. And what a cone filter is it kind of makes it sound like things are coming through like an old radio or like a speaker box. They can be found all over in music. They can be found anywhere. And it sounds like his voice is just going through that. And hearing that alongside the really smooth like piano layering and all these cool like flumey samples and this big atmosphere, I'm obsessed with it. I saw that this was an interlude and I was like, I'm not going to be that excited for it probably. So I'm excited to see what's after it. No, this is everything right here. This is really cool. It's a nice mood. I'm going to let this play into our next song, track 4, Love Can Be. We're going to see how it correlates with the next song coming in. I hope it has a similar mood because I want more of this.
Sometimes I wish it was rain.
Blue skies,
Oh, nice.
Sometimes I wish it would rain.
God found another and gone away.
Oh, nice
With
samples.
her, with my future, my life is filled with gloom. So day after day, I stay locked up in my room. I know to you.
Okay, that was cool the way it came in and we went into like vinyl static. I like that. I need to talk about that a little bit. For those of you who have watched my sort of top 50 album video that dropped spontaneously earlier this week, you would know that I really like Pretty Lights. Pretty Lights is one of my favorite producers out there. He's such a unique producer too. The sampling on this album reminds me of Pretty Lights. Just a lot of old-timey blues, jazz, kind of moody sampling. Vince was kind of call and responsing with that sample, and just the way that things kind of came together in a nice, neat little melancholic collage was really awesome. Nice glissando. That sounds like Damon Albarn from Gorillaz, does it not? Or sorry, Blur and Gorillaz, depending on where you know him from. Yeah, it sounds like it, right? Through that little like radio filter thing, it kind of sounds like him, doesn't it? That scratching was insane. That was so cool. And then it went right into the beat. Oh, that was awesome.
Be your last, maybe not. You can give me all the cash. Let me take the keys around the block. Make some memories and die to I'm over you. You talk a lot of shit, unamused, thinking on the bits. A little dude that can finish you like rhythm shoes. So you know my name. I'm not your babe. What's that you say?
What is up with these crazy like not featured vocalists or samples? Maybe you guys can help me decide where these samples are coming from.
You know my name. I'm not your babe. Thinking of calling, kindly refrain.
Wannabe's buzzing.
Sorry, Vince. We're talking about your production right now. Oh, hang in there. We're getting to you. What was that like? It was like a telephone ping pong thing. And then they like moved it between the headphones.
Love the lifestyle. Sober on the clubbing. Come alive when the night's out.
I like him sharing his vocals between the really distorted processed speaker box distortion vocals and the whispered like up close in the mic kind of vocals.
Just crashed the sports car. So much for fast life. Phone calls with those lost. Trying to get back right. Love can be.
We dropped the kicks out completely, and now it's just like the breakdown of whatever is happening right now. I don't know. Is this a rap song? Is this an electronic club song?
Love can be so disheartening. Love can be.
That is a catchy sample right there.
Tell the world I want my Oogies. Dodge the groupies, them don't move me. Oogies move me somewhere cozy. Oogies never leave me lonely. Call my phone, say she honey, want me. I can make time or I can make money. I'ma keep counting, count me out, shouty. Never let a bitch little bow on me.
Oh, hold the phone. Hold up. GTA produced this. Good Times Ahead. Huh. All right. I'm looking for any other. Oh, look, we also have a Damon Albarn credit on here. So I was right about that.
We can raise my seed. Baby mama drama on the TMZ. Alimony money for the nails and weed. Let me to the cross like the boy JC. Chucking at the deuce like the boy Chris Breeze. But we don't sue whoop on the ceasefire.
That synth, that sounds like a bee buzzing in your ear, and it's just like, whip, whip, whip. That is just great. Oh.
Riding down the shoreline, ain't gon' eat no shotgun seat. This dick ain't free.
There's the glissando again. It was cool because it felt like a nice little collage of musical ideas put into one big beat. And all those samples or recordings he got from all of those artists, that was kind of interesting. That was a nice little experimental rap, experimental club cut. Almost kind of had a little bit of Aphex Twin energy to it. So shout out to GTA Good Times Ahead for getting that done. Let's move on to track 5, 745. I'm sorry, you guys. I like, if this is what most of Vince Staples' music sounds like, where it's kind of got these very EDM, Flume-inspired kind of rudimentary sounds, like the risers and the plucky synths. If this is what a lot of Vince's projects sound like, I'm gonna have to check out all of them, because I kind of like that it sort of takes hip hop and pushes it in a completely different direction, kind of like Lil Yachty on some of his projects. Like, it kind of pushes it in different lanes, or kind of creates lanes of its own in a way.
I'm in that 745. Hope I can come scoop you up round 745.
Nice.
Slide around with my drop top up or down, you down the ride. Look into my eyes and told me, Daddy, show you right. 745. 745.
All right, well, this is going to be in my head all day.
Come scoop you up round 745. Slide around with my drop top up or down, you down the ride. Look me in my eyes and told me, Daddy, show you right. 745.
I hope you guys understand that the song on Skin by Flume that Vince features on, Smoke and Retribution, that is literally one of my favorite, like, songs that is hard to genre, right? But I've always come back to it because Vince has such a great way of grooving around the beat. And he does the same thing here on this song. Like, he works his way around the beat.
Life, man, I want fast cars, NASCARs.
Nice
All
dotted
my
in notes.
life, I want runway stars, Kate Moss. All my life, I want waves at my front door. No green grass, no porch. I just want seashores. All my life. All my life.
That was cool. That was like a bamboo shot, like on a snare, like being very heavily reverbed. Like the wet knob was way up on that.
All my life, pretty women done tell me lies. All my life, pretty women done tell me lies. Tell me lies, tell me lies.
Nice deep little filter right there. Two ways you can do that. You can either like take a processor like Auto-Tune and just shift your voice down by an octave, or you can manually transpose it in some DAWs.
Hope I can come scoop you up round 745. Ask, can you have Joe Hay for me? Maybe
nice
it was
strap
made
hat.
for the Maybelline. Spend so much trying to park the car. Barely got a tip for the maitre d'. You head straight to the oyster bar. I tread light each time I speak. Play too rough, might break your heart. And them glass shoes ain't made to walk.
I like that during the verses, the snare drum is different. It's not that bamboo reverb shot. It's a very simple snare. It's very small.
Sun paved unscathed. Morning dew was giving you the coldest feet. Said that you was coming through after
Those
dark.
stutters.
Get the stars and hard to speak. This thing called love real hard for me. This thing called love is a god to me. And we all just got property, so feel free to fulfill. Watch out for the snakes, baby.
Nice hook.
White, baby.
Nice.
45. 745. Hope I can come scoop you up round 745.
Okay. I don't know what this is called, so bear with me. But I love when beats do this. I love when they take the overall character of what's happening, like the overall melody, chord progression, aesthetic, and they slow it down and make it like a lo-fi slowed version of that same cut. So it doesn't sound like a whole entire beat switch. It doesn't sound like a whole new song, but the outro just feels like you slowed the record down and just adjusted a couple of settings on your record player. Like, it just feels very like, whoa, like adds kind of that dreamy effect to it, right? This album kind of has that. It's got that really nice sort of ethereal sound to it. Ooh, a little sample cut in right there. It's like a noise. It's like that. I think this next track, Ramona Park and Yankee Stadium, it's only 50 seconds long. I think it's going to go right into the song Yeah Right, which is track 7. So we're going to play them right after each other. Let's go track 6 and 7.
shall pass away. New York, bright lights and dark skies, and find out too late. Would you even know I existed? Would you see my fate? How I love you so when you are so far away. In my skin, on my brain, if I shall pass away.
Gunshot.
Oh, that was interesting.
Boy, yeah, right, yeah, right, yeah, right. 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 Boy, yeah.
That 808 is so satisfying. So I think what that is, if you want my opinion, I think what that is we have the regular 808 below everything acting as the sub bass. So the really, 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 really low frequencies in the song. Then above it is like a really crunchy, distorted 808 that could almost not be an 808. It's probably like a synth. It's probably like a Serum synth, just really, really low. Or an 808 made in Serum, one of the two. Something like that. Something more synthetic that you can modulate easier because there's a lot of modulation happening right here. Lots of like distortion, kind of making it sound blown out, but it's compressed, so it's killing all the peaks.
Is your house big? Is your car nice? Is your girl fine? Fuck her all night? Is you well paid? Are your shows packed? If your song played, well they know that. How to thug life? How to love life? How to work low? Is your buzz right? Do the trap jump? Is the club right?
Those hi-hats coming in all metallic sounding like that. Very creative.
You hear right? Boy, you're right. Boy, yeah, right, yeah, right, yeah, right. Boy, yeah, right, yeah, right, yeah, right.
Nice vocals in the back too.
Yeah, right, yeah, right. Boy, yeah, right, yeah, right, yeah.
Those hi-hats, what's interesting about them is they have a tonality to them. Like they sound like you're hitting like a tin can. And you know how if you were to do that, it would have probably like a big resonance. Like it would sound like a musical note almost. Like it has tonality, not just like a tick. So fun fact, all drums have tonality to them. And that's something that is often overlooked. Your kick drums and your snares and your hi-hats and beats, they all have notes. They're like they play, they might be too low for it to necessarily have pitch, but if you bring out a lot of those harmonics using certain effects, whether it's distortion, whether it's saturator, or anything like that, you can bring out some of those tones. You can even do it with an EQ. You can just like kind of pinpoint them out and pull them out, but you can pull all of these tones out of your audio. Whether even if it's a drum that isn't really tonal, it's more rhythmic. That is definitely happening on here with those hi-hats because they sound like they have a rolling sort of note to them or like a tonality. So they're some of the harmonics are being pulled out of them somehow.
Boy, yeah, right, yeah, right, yeah, right. Boy, yeah, right, yeah, right, yeah, right. Boy, yeah, right, yeah, right, yeah, right. Boy, yeah. Pretty woman wanna slit the.
Okay, all right. Those backing vocals need attention because we have like those big, yeah, right, yeah, right, yeah, right things echoing behind him. And what's happening at the tail end of that is we're getting a reversed version of it with no reverb on it. So like the end yeah or the end right of that phrase was bounced out. It was like re-exported and resampled into the beat under a different track and reversed. That way there was no reverb on it to code it. It was just reverb to sort of swoop it in, leading us into the next part of the track. So that's why it sounds so clean, is because there's no dragging reverb going across the swoop of that sample or that sound being reversed from its resampling.
It's pretty woman wanna be a rich man's bitch. Pretty woman want a couple kids. Pretty woman want a new ass, new lips. Pretty woman wanna push your bands. Come
That
correct,
snare.
she won't let you in. Thumbing through the check, she gets it in. Diamonds on your neck is then pretend. Boy, yeah, right, yeah, right, yeah, right. 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 Boy, yeah.
Got it underneath the tree, just depends in what direction you fade.
Is that a Luna George? Hold on. Oh, you guys. Oh, I think I might have just spoiled something, but oh my goodness. I'm over here going, these harmonics and this metallic like sound in this beat. We have production credits from Sophie and Flume on here. Like, why are these drums in the 808 just so like thick? Like, oh my goodness, I'm so not smart right now. Hold on, hold on, I gotta check this. Was this like sampling anything? Yeah, it was shortly after Smoke and Retribution. Yeah, Flume and Sophie did production on here. That explains why it's just got that screechy, metallic, like awesome. Yeah, wow. Oh, wow. Okay. Hope sort of thing in there because that's straight from Face Shopping. That's so awesome. And now we have like the more soft, like kind of like synth layer to it. This might be the B section. We might go back to the Face Shopping thing over there that we had in section 1. I'm sorry, I'm just thrown for a loop. Now I'm hearing the Flume synths.
Pop till her wrist pop till he shaking. Pop like 4 on the floor, been in rotation.
There's Kendrick. I saw him in the writer's credits, but he's here. He's on the track.
No allegation. Popular demand, I understand my name. It's only for conversation. New York nigga be like dead ass. LA nigga be like on the dead homies. I was off the porch like FedEx. 211 got bread on me. K-Dot twilight, the zeitgeist. Bro like fried rice and deep power strip. Temporary pimp, nah, I don't remember them. Just canary yellow gym, jumping out the fucking gym.
Oh, I know we're covering Vince Staples right now, but I'm going to comment about Kendrick doing features. So I have heard in passing that a big thing that Kendrick Lamar is like big on doing is when he does features, he likes to treat other people's songs like they're his tracks. And I think that's such a great motto to have when working with other artists, because even if you listen to I think it's Solo Dolo Part 2 off of Indica by Kid Cudi, when Kendrick Lamar features on there, he kind of makes it his own. Like, he's even given the hook on that song and he just goes really hard on it. And I think that he has a way of making that song feel like a Kendrick Lamar song, even though it's a Kid Cudi song just as much. And he's definitely doing the same thing on this track for sure.
The physics, the chemist, the lane, collateral for Kendrick, whenever exchange, compatible for riches, with more to gain. I said, nigga, yeah, right, I don't fair fight, but I bear fight, looking for my next roadkill, for the headlight, hanging on my last 4 cues, for the highlight, my life, high five, bye-bye.
Oh. Yeah, right, yeah, right, yeah, right. Boy, 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 yeah.
That was so cool, hearing all those different musical worlds come together on that song, and it just slapped too. Like, it was a really great beat. It was a really great vibe. The hooks were incredible. I like the B section too. And even Kendrick coming in and kind of making it his own and kind of vibing with Vince. That was just such a great track. Let's lead right into track 8, Homage. It's very subtle so far. Oh. We're skipping rhythms. When I was looking at the credits, the genre tag electro hop came up. Is that like a thing? Like, is that like an actual like subgenre? Oh.
Go stupid, don't think too much, you gon' lose it. Just lose yourself in the music, get off your ass, move that thing, girl. All my girls are my main girl. Round the world in them planes, till they change to strap to the range. Till don't see how I won't be string, girl. These niggas won't hold me back. These niggas won't hold me back. These niggas won't hold me back. These niggas won't hold me back.
Stop. Just stop. This has the breakbeat thing from Crabs in a Bucket, right? Or like a similar rhythm, right? Like, it's very skippy, it's very two-step, it's very breakbeat. And now we have that stomping 808 coming in, and then like an acid bass, like an acid synth coming out of it, like, and then around like the synth bed is just so hard to dissect here, guys, but it is very well layered. It's very cool. I mean, Very intuitive, creative piece of work laid before your ears right here.
These hoes want me back. 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 I'm my gun, I'm the big shot now. Prima donna hit them like wow. Hitchcock in my modern day. Where the fuck is my VMA? Where the fuck is my Grammy? Supermodels wearing no panties. Supercar not driving no Camrys. Fresh.
The rhythmic thing going on with that synth, by the way. So normally it's like dun, 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 dun. The counter melody, or like the synth coming every like other bar, is going. My vocalization of it sucks, but the rhythm of it is in thirds. It's a triplet pattern. So it's creating a very unique sort of spice there in the track, not being just another 4/4 or 2/4 based melody. Having a triplet pattern in there kind of helps make your track feel a little more skippy and unpredictable.
These niggas want hold me back. 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 These hoes 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 want hold me back. Have me in limbo, too much tempo. With Richard Prismo, Robert Longo, black as the Congo, baby pronto, orange, no combo. I'm on a new level. I'm too cultured and too ghetto. Want hold me back. These niggas want hold me back. These hoes want hold me back. These hoes want hold me back. These hoes want hold me back.
Everything see through your facial smell. See.
There has to be something here narrative wise with this singer that keeps like popping up here and there and doing like vocalizations. So I'm liking that, and just overall how creative the beats are on here. It's very electro hop, we'll call it, right? Like, oh, I love it because it makes you want to dance, right? Like having that electronic element in there, it makes you want to move, but it's coupled with the rhythmic content of the hip hop bars. So it's like, it's just a perfect fusion. It's a perfect combination of music.
They don't see you, just like you said me too.
Oh, the way that was resampled at the end, that was like that main pluck noise we kept hearing, but resampled and like sped up, like they crunched it down by a few bars, like divided it in half and then reversed it. There's a lot of math that goes into resampling and kind of like repurposing audio and music and stuff. So top notch. Whoever produced this. We got that Zach Suckoff guy on here. I'm going to have to see what else he does. Let's move on to track 9, SAMO. So remember that theory that I had about Big Fish Theory about a couple of tracks ago? I was wrong. I was very wrong about that. And I'm going to completely take back my opinion about just, oh, there's a banger, some interludes. Oh, there's a banger, some interludes. No, these last few songs have just been nonstop, back-to-back bangers. Oh, right out the gate. Of course, Sophie produces this.
Same old thing. Watch me do the same old thing. If I wrote your ass a love song, could I make it bang? If I pull up with my guns wrong, run, I make it bang. Homie, tell me where you come from. Tell me what you bang. And a damn thing funny, but we laughing to the bank. Never blow it, don't change. Rather blow my fucking brain. Decorator came from Spain. Blow the budget on that accent couch. With that accent out. Southern California living daddy in and out of prison. Ain't a father to my style. I'm the ODB or the OPB. When I go OT, all the shows sold out.
So this is what you guys wanted me to check this album out for, right? You wanted me to get to this song and you wanted me to tell you how awesome it is, right? Because it is. And I'm going to tell you why. Those drums right there, the way the bass descends and rises with that thick 808, the way that Sophie's metallic synths in the back just kind of ping pong and find their pocket between the vocals and the beat and the drums playing like rhythmically with and as counter rhythms to what Vince is doing with his raps. It's going like bump, bump, bump when the raps are doing the same thing. And it also will bounce off of it and create this nice rhythmic pocket between it all. It's just so good. Like, this is such a well-made banger.
Oh, show well, trying to be a baby mama, trying to break a player pockets, that's a no-no. This day forward, I ain't taking photos. Then we wear our own clothes, we ain't giving promo no more. Just the same old thing. Watch me do the same old thing, do the same old thing, do the same old thing. Watch me do the same old thing, just the same old thing.
Oh, same old thing. Okay, I get it out.
When no race of fiction, facial woman on my dinner plate. I'm coming for that last upper center seat. I've been a G. I traffic across the interstate. We cracked and launched a murder rate. They know who did it. Put them on with this business, then put them on with your mama. Just the same old thing. Watch me do the same old thing.
I like that little ad lib that keeps coming in too. Yeah. That was awesome. I think I've said all there is to say about it. It is a fantastic piece of work. The metallic samples. I feel like Sophie's production on these last few songs really just added a bunch to it. Same with on Yeah Right. Yeah Right and SAMO. So having that metallic sort of element back there sort of makes Vince stand out amidst all the electro hop trap rap scene, right? Because it kind of just makes the beat sound a bit different instead of just having a just normal sort of keyboard lead back there behind the trap beat. And just the way that bass was crafted right there, I need to take notes. I want to know how that 808 just sounded so huge, because I'm going to be dissecting that one for a long time. Let's move on to track 10, Party People. Ooh. The way that kick is hitting and sidechain compressing off of that melodic element in the background, it's like hitting, and then the melodic element's like bouncing off of it. It's going. It's like playing against it. Like the compression levels are pushing it off the sound completely.
Yeah, I've been fucked since my early days. I've been stuck in my worldly ways. Propaganda, press, pan the camera. Please don't look at me in my face. Everybody might see my pain. Off the rail, might off myself. Bored with life as aboard this plane. Steward this sex if I need help. Maybe, baby, what's your last name? Hopefully it still ain't been changed. Something about you make me not doubt you. I will silence my brain, scream louder. Accent when the
there is some crazy like industrial hip hop stuff happening underneath all that. It's like a bunch of reverse samples. Kind of reminds me of Came Back Haunted by 9 Inch Nails a little bit. Like it's going to kind of like swooping underneath the beat or into the next parts. I'm also liking the processing on Vince's vocals right now. It's very big slap back, like just a big delay. Not in terms of time, right? Like he's not like hey, 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 hey. Instead it's like hey, but the hey is way loud. It's like being amplified by the delay almost.
my cash ain't help. Human issues too strong for tissue. False provider, war mask by wealth. Move your body if you can't hear the party. The sunshine is calling me. The vibrations is all I need. All I need, all I need. Party people, yeah. Party people, I like to see you dance. Party people, yeah. Party people, I like to see you dance. Party people, move. Party people, I like to see you groove. This is how we do. This is how we do. Deja vu from a bayside view. I see black cats in the daytime too. I see black cats on the daytime news with handcuff wrists and his skin turned blue. I met God once at the rendezvous and felt starstruck.
Vince, the car's out front.
Got things to do, got to make my moves.
nice
I
sample.
can't miss my flight and miss you too. Boo first class.
There's those samples There's those industrial samples again underneath everything.
Is overrated. Won't go, let's stay overpay us. Nowadays I'm overdating. My dick is strict for procreation. Heard this, my lips stay well acquainted.
Nice. The way that those words were enunciated almost sounded like he said something completely different, but the way he kind of said what he said and just skipped it around the beat was so creative.
Mountains is calling me. Good vibrations is all I need. All I need, all I need. Move your body if you came here to party. If not, then pardon me. How I'm supposed to have a good time with death and destruction's all I see. Out the sight, I'm out in my mind. The sound of sunshine is calling me. Good vibrations is all I need. All I need, all I need. Party people, yeah.
I wanted to build again. Give us one more hook.
Party people, I like to see you dance. Party people, move. Party people, I like to see you groove. This is how we do. This is how we do.
Yeah, the way that it like meshes like that is so nice. And then we get the other percussion layers coming in for the second part. So if you notice that, the first part, right, the first part of the main sort of like drum loop or drum beat that's used in here doesn't have a whole lot of intricacy to it. Like it's got those rhythmic tendencies happening every other bar, but they don't get really advanced until like the second part when we start hearing the coming in on the like tambourines and hi-hats and extra snares and percussion things being used here. And one thing I really like about this song too is it's a great piece of like social commentary as well. Like Vince is using this opportunity to like talk about maybe some political things or some things that are happening around him or things that are happening in his area or places he grew up, or it's kind of part of like the story that he's trying to tell or unfold with this song. But it's also a banger. Like it's trying to get people excited. It's trying to be an anthem, something that people would dance to, would club to, would have a good time to. And he's essentially still leaning on the narrative of like, there's so many bad things happening in my area, so how can I just be fine and have a good time and not do anything about it? And I do really like the stark contrast between how the song sounds and what the song means, because that's everywhere in music. It's a nice duality, right? When you have a happy sounding song, but it's about a sad thing, or when you have a sad sounding song about a potentially happy thing. So nice. Let's move on to track 11, BAGBAK. We're almost here, people. I mean, this album, for being as short as it is, it's just packed with all kinds of stuff to talk about. That synth is everything right now.
This is for my future baby mama. Hope your skin is black as midnight. I'll take you out that Honda. I can put you in the bins. I can balance out your chakras. Fornication is a sin. We can fuck our name regardless. So our Father art in heaven, as I pray for new McLarens. Pray the police don't come blow me down cause of my complexion. Everybody think they know me now cause I'm chicken checking. Negro, you and not my homie. How dare you think it's different? Boy, you tripping.
The flow and the way that the beat sounds in this is so unique. I love this electro hop, like electronic hip hop fusion that is happening on here. Is just, it doesn't sound forced. It doesn't sound like a forced collaboration of both of those worlds. Like it just works so well. And I did not expect the beats on this album to sound like this.
Boy, I'm buoyant, we are floating on the beyonds. Going till they take my bro and out them CDCRs. Prison system broken, racial war commotion. Until the president get dashy, Vincent won't be voting. We need Tamika's and equals in that Oval Office. Obama ain't enough for me, we only getting started. The next Bill Gates can be on Section 8 up in
the bass is like doing that thing that it did before, and I think it was Big Fish, where it's like evolving. Like the high end is like constantly pulling. It's like getting bigger and bigger and bigger, more distorted, more distorted, more distorted. More high end is flooding into it, and the low end is kind of calming down a little bit.
So today love my dark skin, bitch, I'm going all in. Gas break, dip, the cash came, I flipped the stack, yeah, stack that past the ceiling. So sacrilegious, don't ask to chat and don't ask for bitches, back, I'm tripping.
2017. This is like probably the coolest rap song of 2017 in my opinion.
They found it. Depth close to 3,230 feet. A deep dive.
Clap your hands if the police have a profile. You
We're gonna have this go right into the last track, you guys, because this is just insanity.
gotta worry, don't be scary, cause we on now. Ain't no gentrifying us, we finna buy the whole town. Tell the 1% to suck a dick, cause we on now. We on now. We on now. Tell the 1% to suck a dick, because we.
What is that? That's like a big, like, that's like what they use in metal music to make snare bombs with, right? Where you have like a snare and then below it another snare and then just a big reverb shot. That's definitely what that is.
Yeah, tell the government to suck a dick because we on now. Tell the president to suck a dick because we on now.
I never thought I would hear a snare bomb in a rap song.
We on now. We on now. Tell the 1% to suck a dick because we on now. Tell the president to suck a dick because we on now. 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 We on now.
Bass guitar? Bass piano? I have no idea. Or bass synth? I have no idea at this point.
When the sun go down,
Is that Future?
when the J go round, in the middle of the night, let your girl go down. Rain come down, rain come down, rain come down, rain come down.
Oh, okay. $5 I had to look it up. I thought it was Future for some reason, but no, that makes sense. It sounds more like Ty.
Rain come down, and the rain come down. Your man lay down. No, 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 no.
Oh.
I make no thanks to a G. I feel just like Snoop on Andre Day. I run no side of the beach. Run these streets like Ali Boombaye. I'm Lou Bourgeois on the beat. Best bet, try not to compete.
When the sun go down, when the day go round.
What you drinking, need a bus? Don't drown in the brown, just drown in the sand.
I like that all the melodic tendencies right there kind of went away. Like they kind of just stopped for a while and let Vince sort of come through, sort of do his thing without the interruption of all the mid frequencies. The swing on that beat. Oh my God. That was an interesting outro because it was a nice contrast between those last few like bangers of tracks. It still slapped, like it still had the hard 808, but it also had this nice melodic element that both Vince and Ty kind of brought to the track. And also it was coupled with those awesome R&B sounds that sort of smoothed out the energy, got all the rough edges of the album completely tied down towards the end. I thought this was one of the most unique hip-hop projects that I've heard like ever. I love the electro hop sort of genre tag that I want to just slap on this. Like it's got a lot of electronic influence, a lot of electronic producers on it, but it still is very much rooted in hip hop when it comes to a social commentary standpoint, when it comes to a rhythmic standpoint, when it comes to a core influence standpoint. And Vince kind of proves himself to be a really unique voice in rap on this, and a very unique sort of creator or curator of these tracks as well. I think this was a lovely project. Thank you guys so much for recommending this to me. I wish I could go into more detail, but I want to kind of take my time a bit more and maybe listen to this some more before I comment on it. So maybe by the time this video is posted, I can maybe do a little blurb on it, probably a bit more, but I really do like it. 745, Big Fish, SAMO, Yeah Right, Homage, BAGBAK. I mean, almost the whole thing, right? Some of the songs, I mean, even Alyssa Interlude, top notch, great interlude, great sort of in between track between some of these bangers here. I mean, from right out the gate, this album showed me what it was capable of, and it delivered. It honestly did. Like, I thought, definitely not what I expected to be on this album is what I got, and I'm so happy about that. Thank you guys so much. Don't forget to check out the poll. Let me know what you want for next week. We're doing pop again. Thank you so much for letting me change things up this week, and have a great rest of your day.